Well, first of all, I'd like to say it was a great venue. I always appreciate coming to Madison Square Garden. And before the game, my big keys were toughness, rebounding, and fast break. And I thought we did a decent job on the toughness part. I did a great job on the rebounding. Out rebounding them by 10 is that's an important stat. The other one was turnovers, and I thought we did a miserable job turning the ball over. My point guards did not do a very good job. I thought we had some great shots, as they might have too, but Hauser and Hall had wide open threes, and we just didn't make them today. But we're up 40-39, and you know, one of my best free throw shooters. In fact, I think he's my best. Hauser missed the front end of a one-on-one, and then one of my poor free throw shooters missed the front end of a one-on-one, and AJ had 2 turnovers on those lobs, and then it went to 46-41, and we're playing catch-up. So give Rutgers credit. Steve, great coach. He really is, and he's done a nice job with those team. And you know, I don't know who hurt us the most, but I thought the second half they got downhill, got to the free throw line, and we didn't cover that with a fishnet. So some of that's our fault. Again, we do a decent job on Spencer. I guess I look at it, Simpson came in, hit that big 3 at a critical time. But they shoot 37 and 18, and we out-rebound them by 10. You put yourself in a position to win if you do anything on offense. And I didn't think we did a very good job against the zone. I did not think the turnovers, we had 5 of them, is ridiculous. And yet we did enough things to win a big game on the road. We just didn't finish it. Questions?
Coach, your comments on Tyson Walker's performance, I thought he played very well.
Yeah.
Watching him since high school at Christ.
Yeah, he's gotten so much better this year. I think every year, you know, he's been here. He has been a treat to coach. You know, today we needed to get him the ball more, but they knew it. They put a 6'7" guy on him, and those 2 guys, McConnell, McKay, are really good defensively. But Tyson Walker, we needed to get him more shots. Easier said than done. But I thought defensively, offensively, just his whole demeanor in the game, he was one guy that I thought was with it the whole time. And so, yeah, if I was giving out a hockey star, he'd get 1, 2, and 3, he'd get all of them. Yeah, I thought we did a very poor job, Marty. You know, some of it was my fault. We had Malik on a guy out there. He's my best, strongest defender, and it just felt like AJ was tired, and we normally put Malik on a guy who can guard him. But give those guys credit; they got downhill and got to the hole. I mean, it's not bad enough they didn't get fouled; they got to the hole and got layups, and that's not very good D, and yet with all that being said, they still shoot 37%. So it's hard for me to complain too much about my defense till that part of it. There's a lot of reasons to complain about the offense and the turnovers, and I'll do that for the next couple of days.
Yeah.
You know, you feel like a lot of those things have been self-inflicted. What have you appreciated about
Well, I think since Steve came into the league, and I talked to him the first week that he got in, I had heard good things about him, and he's just got a funky personality, you know. He's like the guy next door, and yet he's got some, choose the right words here, he's got some orneriness to him, you know, and I think it's a great combination of both. He gets after it more than people think. And I think he recruits those kinds of kids, you know. I mean, it reminds me of the Flintstones that I had, you know, a bunch of guys that were, you know, just tough, get after it, don't really care about anything but winning. That's the way it seems. And I told McKay and McConnell after the game, they've been great for the Big Ten. You know, they actually hope I never see him again. But other than that, I really appreciate how they play and how tough they are, and just the demeanor about them. You know, winning seems to be firsthand, and that's why I think Steve's done a nice job with this team. And take nothing away now. I think people, especially in Michigan State, will think, well, you lost to Rutgers. Rutgers, in my humble opinion, is the second best team in this league, you know, right now. They're not as good as Purdue, and they beat Purdue. So you figure that out. But I do think that they're a very good team. You know, they're not shooting it quite as well from the perimeter as maybe he needs to really take another step, to be honest with you. But other than that, you know, defense travels. And hell, I hope he's mad, because for us to rebound them by 10, you know, they had 18 offensive boards against us at our place. So you can imagine what our 4-day prep was, you know. And we did a good job on that. But Malik did a great job on that. That's something we haven't had now for, you know, 2.5 months, is a guy getting rebounds like that, because he's been out. But I think I'm a big fan of Rutgers. I really am. And of Steve. Yeah, but he gets tired and he goes south. I mean, I told him that. I told him that. And I think you're asking the same question, you know. I mean, he's a good player. And yet, these stretches where he goes a little bit. I mean, we tried sub a better. Our freshman wasn't really ready for that challenge. And, you know, we're hoping to play him 29 minutes. We play him 32 and a half. And all that extra time is really detrimental to AJ, if you ask me. We got to get him back down to maybe 25, 26 minutes somehow. Tyson, he can go all day long. I mean, he's like the ever-ready bunny. But AJ struggles with that. And he has these times when all of a sudden he doesn't focus. They hit a big play on one of those kind of plays, and it was when it was a 1-point game. And I talked about it in the pregame meal. I talked about it. He's got to get better at that. You know, I said I got 1 or 2 guys that need to get in better shape, need to get their bodies in the right place. They made progress, but they haven't done what it takes to do that. And so, never changed. I tell them that all the time. And it's improved some. It's not enough yet.
Not played out exactly the same, but there's a chance to win the game late if the plays aren't.
Yeah.
How much of a concern is that?
Well, it's a concern, and I think one of it is your quarterback. You know, he's got to be dynamic then. But number 2 is, I think it'll help if we get Malik back. You know, like I told you, Malik's back physically now, but his skills. I mean, rebounding, because that doesn't take a skill, but shooting, he had 2 wide open threes. He had those baseline shots that he normally makes. So that was a struggle for him. But you know, I think we're still a work in progress. We've been all year. But we gotta take care of the turnovers now. Those have creeped up too. We've had 14 in 2 of the last 3 games, and you know, you look at some of those games, whether it be at Indiana, you know, you're up 5. At Illinois, you're up 9. And those teams, especially at the time without Malik, are probably better than us. But yeah, there is a common denominator there that we got to fix. That's a fair statement.